Why the president decided to go to Poland? What message he wants to deliver? And is there any chance that he would visit Ukraine during his visit to Poland? And I have also one on President Lula's visit. President Lula has said he wanted to create a group of countries, including China and India, to mediate peace between Ukraine and Russia. Does the president support this effort? Is this the right time for opening negotiations?
Yeah, well, there's a lot there. So look, on the trip, I don't have any other additional stops to speak to. Karine announced the purpose of the trip, and that's to go to Poland. And in Karine's opening statement, I think she answered your main question, which is what does he want to talk about? He wants to talk about the importance of the international community's resolve and unity in supporting Ukraine for now going on a year. Wouldn't it be great if the president didn't have to make a trip around a one-year anniversary of a war that never should have started? Sadly, that's where we are, and he wants to make sure that he's sending that strong message, not only of the United States resolve, but the international community resolve. And to make clear to the Ukrainian people, most particularly, that the United States is going to continue to stand by them going forward. We know the next weeks and months are going to be difficult and critical, especially for their armed forces, and the United States is going to continue to stand by them. On your question about President Duda and his peace overtures or ideas, is that what?
President Lula.
Lula, I'm sorry.
Lula, yeah. He said that he wants to create a group of countries to negotiate peace in Ukraine, and those groups, according to him, would include China, India, maybe some other countries.
Well, I certainly would refer to President Lula to speak to his ideas. I think in the aggregate, we all would like to see this war end today. We'd like to see it end right now, in other words, without having to go to the negotiating table. That doesn't appear to be in the offing, as Mr. Putin just over the last 24 hours flew dozens more cruise missiles into civilian targets into Ukraine, knocking out heat and power across the country. So absent that, we're going to have to stay at the task of supporting Ukraine so that they can succeed at the battlefield. So that if and when President Zelensky has determined it's time to negotiate and sit down at the table to solve this diplomatically, he can do it with the wind at his back. He can do it with the strength that he knows he's going to need in that negotiation. So it's really up to President Zelensky to determine if and when negotiations are appropriate, and certainly under what circumstances. As President Biden has said countless times, nothing about Ukraine without Ukraine.
On the trip to Poland, can we expect the president to make any kind of formal announcement as it pertains to maybe additional security aid? Or will it mostly be sort of a symbolic show of support, as you were talking about, to the Ukrainian people, the U.S.-Polish alliance?
I won't get ahead of the president's remarks. Certainly I'm not going to do that. Again, the president will make it very clear that the United States will continue to stand with Ukraine for as long as it takes. He will continue to call for the kind of international unity that we've seen, not just across NATO, but across the world, or not just across Europe. And I think he will certainly make clear that additional security assistance, additional financial assistance, additional help for Ukraine will be coming from the United States. But I won't get ahead of anything specific.